Welcome. You know, sometimes life gives us these moments that are so big, so overwhelming that words, well, they just seem to fall short. This is for those times. We're going to walk through a really simple grounding practice you can use when language just feels impossible. Let's begin. This happens a lot after getting difficult news, maybe a diagnosis. All of a sudden, the air is just thick with clinical terms, with worries about the future. But inside, there might be just this deep silence. A feeling of being stunned, maybe, or just completely overloaded. It's a kind of quiet that isn't always peaceful. So what's needed in a moment like that? What can we even do? The answer, thankfully, is not complicated. It's not about trying to put together these long, perfect sentences or prayers. When life feels enormous, it's actually the small things that we need the most. And it's not about having all the right beliefs or understanding some complex theology. This practice, it doesn't require any specific tradition. It asks for something much, much simpler, something you already have with you right now. The answer is your own breath. I mean, it's universal, right? It doesn't need any explanation, and it asks for absolutely nothing in return. It just arrives over and over again. And what's so powerful about that is just how reliable it is. In the middle of all this uncertainty, the constant, faithful rhythm of your own breathing becomes an anchor. It's a steady place you can always come back to, a place to just rest. So let's try one version of this practice. If you feel comfortable, you can just soften your gaze. Don't force anything, just notice your natural breath. As you inhale, you can silently think the words, "I am held." And as you exhale, gently, "I am not alone." So what does it really mean to be held? Well, it doesn't mean you have to feel a certain emotion. It's more about just noticing what's already supporting you. The chair you're sitting in, the ground beneath your feet, the very air that's entering your lungs. It's a fact, not a feeling you have to conjure up. And not alone? Even when you feel deeply isolated, this is just a reminder of a fundamental connection we all share. You're not alone in being human. So many others have faced fear. Others have walked into uncertainty. You are connected to that whole, shared, resilient human experience. But sometimes certain words just don't fit, and that is perfectly okay. The goal here is support, not some kind of performance. So if that first phrase doesn't really resonate with you today, let's explore another one. Okay, let's try this one. As you inhale, the simple word peace. And as you exhale, that gentle release, let go. Again, just let the words ride on the rhythm of the breath that's already happening. Now, this idea of peace, it isn't about pretending everything is fixed or perfect. Not at all. It's about inviting just one single calm moment, one steady breath right in the middle of all those racing thoughts. It's just a small pause, a little moment of softness. It's really important to get what let go means here. It absolutely does not mean giving up or that you stop caring. It's actually an act of presence. It simply means releasing your grip on what you can't control in this exact second. The future, other people's reactions, all the what-ifs. Our minds are basically story-making machines, right? Especially when we're afraid. They jump to the worst-case scenarios. But the power of the breath is that it doesn't fight those stories. It doesn't try to reason with them. It just gently pulls your attention back to right here, right now. And the beautiful thing about this is how portable it is. You don't need a quiet room or a special cushion. You can do this in a noisy waiting room, sitting in the car, walking down a hospital corridor, or just lying awake in the middle of the night. It's always, always accessible. And because it's so accessible, it can really become this constant internal resource, a quiet companion that's always with you, offering a bit of steadiness whenever you need it. This is such an important thing to remember. It's so easy to feel defined by a condition or a circumstance. But you are not your diagnosis. You are a whole, breathing person. Your identity is so much bigger and wider than what's written on your medical chart. So let's get really practical. When that wave of anxiety hits, the one with the racing heart and the spiraling thoughts, what can you actually do in that exact moment? The answer is to come back to the smallest, most basic unit of stability you have, your own breath. Inhale, peace. Exhale, let go. That's it. That's the anchor right there. And you don't need 50 perfect breaths to start. You just need one. That's all it takes. One inhale, one exhale. That is enough to begin again. This is a really important distinction to make.
This practice isn't about denial. It's actually the opposite. It's not about escaping reality. It's about finding a way to stay grounded inside of it. It doesn't pretend things haven't changed. It just helps you stay steady in the face of that change. Some days, let's be honest, the words "I am held" or "peace" might feel completely hollow, and that is okay. You're not required to feel them perfectly. Think of them like a handrail in a dark hallway. You don't have to see it or even believe in it. You just have to reach out your hand and know it's there to support you.
And remember, this is your resource. You don't need anyone's permission to use it. You don't need any special conditions. All that's required is your next inhale and your next exhale. It's always available to you. So, when everything feels like too much, when the future feels loud and your own thoughts are just overwhelming, the invitation is always the same. Simply begin here. Always with breath. It's the simplest and maybe the most profound anchor we have. It's always right here, waiting.